just give you some ideas for things to make ahead and to make your life easier. So we're going to be talking chicken right now. And the first thing I'm going to talk about is, because I can get these out of the way, I made chicken quesadillas, and I've got them wrapped up except for one I'm going to show you. And actually this recipe is actually on my Better Lifestyle Solutions website. And there's actually even a video on how I wrap the tortillas and everything up. So I think that you can see me okay. But anyway, so what's in here is, I'm going to take the top off, is a mixture of diced chicken breast, a can of corn, drained and rinsed and drained really well, and a can of black beans, drained and rinsed really well, and then a can of the diced tomatoes with the green chilies, and I put them in a colander and really press as much moisture out as I can, and then a can of refried beans. I use the fat-free refried beans, and then I mix that mixture all together. You could add additional seasonings according to your taste. My particular client likes this. There's enough flavor going on here that all of this is great. Then I put the shredded Mexican cheese. I use about 2 tablespoons on top of each of them. You can see, I think, that I've got it on top. And then I place the other tortilla on top. Now, I use 2 different kinds. These Azteca, you can find these in the refrigerated section. At least that's where they are in my grocery store. And not that I'm a huge calorie counter, but I do, read labels and everything. But 2 of these tortillas is 170 calories. Now, I did a post earlier on the gluten-free spinach herb, and Mission also makes a plain one of these. Well, one of these is 120 calories. So what I often do sometimes with these is just use one and then just cover the half of the tortilla with it and then fold it over. So it almost looks like a calzone, sort of. But you're still getting all that goodness if you just wanted to use one tortilla. If, having those extra calories doesn't matter to you, use 2. It will be fine. So, and both of these fit very nicely on the foil sheets. And I use these, I get these at Costco. These are such a time saver. They're just the best. And they're 12 inches by 10 3/4 is the size that these are. I don't know, they might have another size other than this, but these are the 12 by 10 3/4, and they work great. So I'm just going to do this real quick so you can see. So like I said, on my website there is, I put together a little a video with no talking. It's just music, but I took pictures and gave instructions. So what I do is I just lay the foil down on top. I take the top and then fold it over twice to the edge of the tortilla. Then go to the bottom, fold it over twice, edge, spin it around, fold the bottom, same way, up, and then the same way here and up. And then I just tuck the corners up and around, and I'll hold this up so then you can really see it. So then it just looks like this nice, neat little package. And these just freeze beautifully. And my clients either heat these up in the oven, you can do it in a skillet, you can do it in the microwave. So however you like, they're great. So then I'm going to take this out in a minute and I'll put this in the freezer. Now, chicken. This is, I just learned and I'm going to show you. I was looking up because I wanted to poach chicken, but I didn't want to do it on the stovetop. Number one, I just find that it really sometimes gets kind of tough, especially chicken breasts. And I wanted chicken that would shred really nicely. I'm going to show you the soup I made with what I did yesterday. Oh my goodness, it's so good. And so I looked online and I found, just searching pressure cooker poached chicken, and found one that really kind of made sense to me. And that was doing it submerged in salted water. You can actually use broth if you want. And of course you can add seasonings. If you're going to use all of this chicken in one recipe, let's say it's an Italian type recipe, put in those seasonings that are going to complement the dish. But I'm making this chicken because I'm going to make a couple different things with it. So it's just going to be made in the salted water. Now this is what's amazing. Okay, so it's covered, basically the recipe they said, put the chicken in 4 cups of water, or at least so it's covered. And I'm sure that if you used, I have 3 chicken breasts in here, about 1 3/4 pounds. if you added more, just add some more water. I don't think it's that scientific. So, and then she recommended sea salt. I have sea salt, so I use that. I can't imagine if you use kosher that it would make any difference. I don't know, but I had the sea salt, so that's what I used. So then what's amazing is you're going to put it in your Instant Pot, and you're going to set your power, your time to 0. I'm not kidding. So I'm going to go pressure cook. Here's the time, and there it is to 0. If I wanted to, that's how you put the time. So now it's on 0, and then what's going to happen is once it comes up to pressure, then it's going to stop, and then what you do is you count down about 10 minutes. So what it's doing, it is obviously cooking while it's coming to pressure. So that's why this made sense to me. There were some others there that said pressure cook on high for 10 minutes, and I thought, man, those chicken breasts are in there bouncing around for a good 20, and they can get tough. This chicken, I've never had more moist, delicious chicken breast than this method. It was fabulous. So I got very excited because I did that yesterday. So I had to go back to the store for some other things. And I bought some chicken thighs because my husband really prefers chicken thighs. And I thought, I think I'm going to make like a Mexican, like chili, not in a soup with chicken, onion, green chilies, and cannellini beans, white kidney beans, because we both love beans too. And so I did that. I did 2 pounds of the chicken thighs, and oh my goodness, they just shredded beautifully. And I will create a recipe, and then this will be on my website too. I might not get to it today, but it will be in there. So here is, I'm going to scoop a little out so you can see how good this looks. I mean, this was just beautiful. And yes, it's summer, but I can eat soup anytime, and so can my husband. So here's this beautiful soup, okay? I don't know if you can really see it, but very, very simple ingredients, really healthy. And of course, the reason I have it out, it's cold. I put it in my outside refrigerator yesterday, is I'm going to freeze half of it, because maybe in a couple weeks that'll sound good when